This video is about a dual clutch on a tractor. It's kind of like whenever you surrender to God, you release the clutch part way and it engages the power takeoff. Now God is working in you. Now it's time to release the clutch all the way and move forward. It's time to start serving God and start doing something. Okay, now we're working on the pressure plate. This pressure plate's a little bit different. Most of them have little springs all the way around here. This one just has one big spring. It's kind of like a Belleville washer. The first thing I did was put these clamps on each one of these positions by the stop. And I tightened these clamps all the way down until they touch the stop. All the way around, all three clamps. Then the next thing I did was took these bolts out. These are screws. Just so you can see how I took them out, I left this one in. And this is a locking nut right here. And you have to loosen that first so that you can get this screw out of here. And once you get that screw out, then all of these things are loose now. Then you can start loosening these clamps back up again. Now we have all of the C-clamps off, and all of the pressure is off of the pressure plate. So you'll notice that I marked everything so that we can get everything back the way it was. 1, 2, and 3. And also I put lineup marks along here all the way down, and marked anything I thought to mark, I would mark. Like this plate right here, I'm not sure how these plates are, but I'm marking these plates also, because this plate might be different than this plate over here. I don't know yet, but as we get this thing apart, we'll find out. See, I marked a 1 here. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is start taking this thing apart. I'll see what it looks like. Taking this off, and I'll set it right here. And this is looks like this is the spring right here. Got a little bit of rust in there. It's a good thing we're taking this apart. Try to keep all this stuff as straight as possible. Set the spring over here. We'll have to clean all this stuff up. This is the plate I was talking about. This is where the it fits into this slot right here. That's where the stops go when you adjust the clutch. That's where these stops end up. That lines up with this. We're going to set this right straight over here. This is all full of oil here. This is from the rear main leaking. It looks like the clutch plate is plenty thick. Looks like it's really good. It's just full of oil. That's why the clutch wasn't working very well. So this all needs to be cleaned up. I'm going to set this here. So all this stuff goes back like that. And this is one big piece here. So what we're going to do, we're going to change these bolts here and put new bolts. Yeah, put new bolts and nuts because they're worn off. We'll clean all this stuff up and we'll put it back together. We'll put it back together the same way it came apart. These just pivot in here so they stay. We'll just clean up everything. And here's another spring on this side. Looks like it's just the opposite of this spring. So we'll clean all those up and we'll put them back just the way they came out. So when you're taking things apart, you always want to look for center punch holes for lining it back up again when you put it back together. Now, this piece right here, this plate, fits perfectly inside of this groove all the way around. So it's not an issue for the clutch itself, the clutch housing, to fit inside of here and stay centered on this shaft. However, this plate in here can move. So that's why you always get a aligning tool. You keep the aligning tool in there while you're taking it apart, while you're putting it back together. Now, to take this clutch apart any further, I'm going to get longer bolts for this. And much like I use these bolts as alignment bolts, I'll get longer bolts for these. There's 6 of them all the way around. And I'll take out one at a time, and I'll make sure there's plenty of thread coming out here that I can put a nut on this. So as I'm taking this apart, I'll just be first taking the nut loose. Then this will free up the springs that are inside of this, and it still keep it all together and in place. So that's how I'm going to be taking this apart. And just a note here, this gear, this flywheel gear, I put a new one on, and it was really easy to do because I just took the flywheel off, and you heat the old gear up with a MAP gas torch, get it good and hot, and it'll just tap right off. You put the new gear back on the same way. You just heat it up with a torch, and you tap it right back on again. And you got to be careful that you put it on the correct way. Make sure that it can be put on backwards, so you want to make sure it's on the correct way. So I decided that this engine stand holds the weight just fine, rolls around real easy. So I just put some outriggers so it wouldn't tip. I'm working on the clutch and reinstalling the clutch right now. I took it apart and checked everything and put it all back together again. I couldn't find much information on these clutches. This clutch is a little bit different than most clutches. Most clutches have the springs around the edge. This doesn't. It has Belleville washer springs. There's 2 of them in there. I was trying to figure out how to line up the clutch discs with the pilot bearing so that we can put it back together easily. I found out that I think the best way to do this is to, when I started putting this clutch back together, I just put these ears on very loosely, just so it would held everything together. And then I just put it back in here, just to keep everything lined up. I found that these bolts are too short. These bolts are too short. So I had to get some longer bolts, and I put some nuts on them and started these 3 bolts just to get this thing lined up and started on there. Just everything is together. It's not tight, but it's just together, so nothing can fall apart. That leaves this loose enough here, both plates are loose enough that I can put this alignment tool in there and get everything exactly right. I know it's right because the alignment tool is in there. It went through both clutch plates and into the pilot bearing. The way this works, a dual clutch, this gear right here, this turns the transmission. This gear further back turns the PTO. So I know that since this is all the way in, this clutch, that furthest clutch plate in the back there next to the engine has to be the clutch for the transmission. So I know that. And the way apparently that this thing works is that when you first engage these fingers onto the throwout bearing, the first thing it does is releases that plate that's in the rear here, closer to the engine, and then it will allow that to spin so that you can stop the tractor while the engine is running. If you push the clutch in a little bit further, what happens is this stop here will engage and it will compress the springs more, which will release this clutch plate right here. And that will release the power to this gear here, which controls the PTO. So the next thing I'll be doing is tightening everything down and making sure that this comes in and out very easily, because I know if this will come in and out very easily, this guide, then I know we can get it on here easily.